Picture this. You're standing in the aisle of your favorite supermarket, holding a chocolate bar. It's labeled ethically sourced, organic, and sustainable. Sounds great, but how can you be sure it's true? The truth is, until recently, most of us had to trust the label without much proof. Companies know this, and governments do too. There is a technology that could finally provide the transparency we're craving. Hi, I'm Przemysław.
And I'm Dominik, and today we want to take you on a journey behind the scenes of your everyday products, from the coffee you sip to the clothes you wear, and show you why knowing their origin is no longer just a nice bonus.
Health agencies warn that 48 million Americans fall ill from contaminated food each year, and big scandals like the 2013 European horse meat fiasco show that what's on the label isn't always what's inside. Consumers are losing patience with guesswork, and investors want hard facts about sustainability and ethics. Companies know this, and governments do too. There is a technology that could finally provide the transparency we're craving. Blockchain, and more specifically, a project called Hyperledger Fabric.
Let's explore how it can help us trust what we buy again. Imagine you're a restaurant owner. One morning you wake up to headlines that the beef you've been serving might contain horse meat. You scramble to trace the supplier. Days turn into a PR nightmare. Consumers lose faith, and your business takes a hit.
In 2019, Oceana found 1 in 5 seafood samples was mislabeled. That means the expensive snapper you ordered could be a cheap fish disguised by a fancy name. Or think of life-saving medicines. If fake drugs slip into the system, patients pay the price.
These are serious breaches of trust, and they keep happening because our supply chains often rely on outdated, easily manipulated records. Governments see the problem. In the EU, the General Food Law forces businesses to show where their food comes from. No more vague sourcing stories. In the US, the Food Safety Modernization Act demands careful tracking, so recalls happen in hours, not days.
For medicine, the US Drug Supply Chain Security Act and the EU's Falsified Medicines Directive both say, prove those pills are genuine or else you can't distribute them. Germany's Supply Chain Due Diligence Act requires big companies to spot human rights risks in their supply chains, putting ethics front and center to ensure products sold in Germany do not contribute to human trafficking.
Now imagine a massive digital ledger, like a shared spreadsheet that everyone in the supply chain can see, but no one can secretly alter. That's blockchain. It builds trust with math and code, not just paperwork and declarations.
Take Walmart's tests with IBM Food Trust done a few years ago. They traced mangoes back to their farm of origin in 2.2 seconds instead of nearly a week. Impressive, right? But let's go deeper and focus on a specific DLT project. Let's look at Hyperledger Fabric.
Think of a ledger built with Hyperledger Fabric as an exclusive club for trusted partners. It's permissioned, meaning you can't just walk in off the street. Only approved businesses, like certified coffee growers, accredited shippers, and verified chocolate makers, get to join.
This setup reduces the chance of bad actors sneaking in. It's tailor-made for complex supply chains where not everyone should see everything, but everyone needs to trust the data.
Instead of relying on a handshake or a paper contract, chain code is a digital rulebook that runs automatically based on the smart contracts. If a batch of coffee beans claims to be organic, chain code checks the supplier's credentials before approving the transaction. No human bias, no shortcut, just code doing its job.
Hyperledger Fabric also uses membership service provider to give each participant a certified digital identity. Think of it like a passport. This means we know exactly who is adding information, where they fit in the chain, and whether they're allowed to do so. For example, a cocoa farm in Ghana, a shipping firm in Dubai, and a chocolate factory in Belgium each have a unique, verified identity stamped into the network.
Once the data is recorded, it's sealed, or as we call it professionally, immutable. If someone tries to slip a lower quality bean in and claim it's top grade, the ledger will show the mismatch. Attempts at fraud stand out like red ink on a clean page. Plus, you can plug in IoT sensors, temperature trackers, or existing databases.
Let's say a sensitive vaccine needs to stay at 2 degrees Celsius. A sensor records the temperature throughout transit, and Fabric stores that information. If the vaccine ever hits up to 10 degrees Celsius, everyone knows, and it can be pulled before it potentially harms a patient. The problem is that these systems require initial investment. Some companies are not willing to make it because they are not required to. That's why additional regulation in the aspect of traceability should be expected in the upcoming years. Regulations are tightening.
The EU's upcoming Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive, which already came into force, but will be enforced on every business only in 2027, will require more granular sustainability and ESG data. This includes supply chain emissions, human rights issues, and labor conditions traceability.
Companies will need more robust mechanisms to trace product origins and value chain impact. If not delayed again, the Deforestation-Free Products Regulation will require demonstrating deforestation-free supply chains and providing precise geolocation data for production areas. These aren't just nice ideas. Regulators are coming for businesses that can't show where their materials originate.
Soon, we might see digital product passports that include a full life history of an item, from raw material to recycling bin, all recorded on a blockchain like Hyperledger Fabric. Companies that drag their feet may face steep fines, reputational damage, and a loss of consumer trust. Those who adapt early will sleep easier at night, knowing they can back their claims with hard evidence. Are you looking to implement such solutions yourself?
Here's where we at Espeo Software step in. We've been working with Hyperledger Fabric since 2018, and we know that implementing a blockchain solution can be a total mystery. That's why we start by carefully analyzing your current systems, identifying pain points, and building a roadmap tailored to your business goals. Our experienced developers will then create a Fabric-based solution that perfectly fits your need. We also make sure our solution integrates seamlessly with your existing software and data sources, and we provide thorough training so your team feels confident using it.
And as regulations evolve and your business grows, we don't step back. Instead, we stay with you, maintaining the system to keep it effective and up to date. By partnering with us, you gain a trusted ally who understands both the technical and commercial aspects of using Hyperledger Fabric, ensuring that your transition to a transparent and trustworthy supply chain is smooth and successful.
A recent Gartner study found poor data quality alone costs organizations millions. Fixing these issues and adapting Fabric means you can handle recalls in minutes, prove ethical sourcing, and comply with the new regulations before the deadlines hit.
If you would like to learn more, we will leave a link to our 2 cases from 2 totally different industries, which showcase how distributed ledger technology can transform your supply chain today.
So, next time you're picking out coffee beans, that fancy chocolate, or even medication, remember, transparency in supply chains is no longer science fiction. It's here, powered by technologies like Hyperledger Fabric, and it's becoming the new normal. This shift will protect consumers, strengthen brands, and make markets more honest and resilient.
A blockchain-based approach can make your traceability bulletproof and help you meet upcoming regulations.
If you're a consumer, keep an eye out for products that can prove their origin. Your wallet speaks louder than any regulation. Demand authenticity and the market will listen.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on how distributed ledger technology shapes the world we live in. Until next time, this is Dominik.
And this is Przemysław, reminding you to stay on the block to stay ahead.